SLH, otherwise known as Santa's Little Helper, remains somewhat of a mystery. We don't know who they are, what role they play, or where they came from. However, some evidence I've received recently shows that there may be a connection between SLH, the PZ hacker that betrayed Project Zorgo, and PZ4, the hacker girl. But as always, before we proceed, like this video in the next 5 seconds to pledge your allegiance to Project Zorgo. If you do not like this video, you may become a target. This information is for Project Zorgo fans and members only. Welcome to Project Zorgo Leaks. Many of you have pointed out that there is a traitor in our midst, so I've done some investigating and received some new intel that SLH may be involved. This evidence claims that SLH may actually be PZ4, and that PZ4 was captured by the Game Master and brainwashed into betraying Project Zorgo. I know it sounds a little crazy, but here are some clues that I received. When Matt first found evidence of SLH in the attic, he found water bottles, a rope, and SLH's elf costume. The YouTubers later found clues stuffed into the same water bottles, written on Game Master paper, but in the PZ language. This implies that a Project Zorgo member must have written the clues, but had access to Game Master paper. Obviously, PZ4 knows the Project Zorgo language, and if she was being held captive by the Game Master, it makes sense that she would have access to the same paper that he uses. We also already know that the costume Matt found belongs to SLH. But what about the rope? Is it possible that the Game Master used the rope to hold SLH hostage? Remember, when Rebecca Zamolo caught Pumpkin Patch, she was able to identify his real name as Rocky Kanaka. So I think it's possible that Santa's Little Helper is just another nickname that the Game Master has given one of his little pawns, and that she may actually be PZ4. I believe that PZ4 may actually be working for the Game Master against her will, and that's why she betrayed Project Zorgo. Just like how Rocky Kanaka seemingly could not control his actions, when Rebecca forced Rocky to take a lie detector test, Rocky made it pretty clear that it was not up to him to lead the Game Master network, and that there may be a bigger, more mysterious force at play. Another clue I received furthers the idea that SLH may in fact be PZ4. When we first see SLH in Matt and Rebecca's video, you can clearly tell that Santa's Little Helper is a girl. We already know that PZ4 is a girl, but since the vast majority of hackers on both sides appear to be guys, I'm forced to wonder if this isn't a coincidence. Also, if you remember, the Game Master stole Rocky Kanaka's dog Flip. We already know that Rocky is a dog lover, but why would the Game Master steal Flip? What could he possibly want with the dog? Well, another clue I received shows that PZ4 also has a dog, so I believe that when the Game Master kidnapped her, he took her away from her beloved pup, and so it was actually PZ4 who stole Rocky's dog while she was working for the Game Master, because she misses her dog. But I also believe that the Game Master is too arrogant to admit that stealing Flip wasn't his idea, and so if you watch one of his recent videos, I believe he's just pretending that it was his idea to steal the dog, and attempt to integrate him into the Game Master network, when it was really PZ4's idea. I also received clues that point to some pretty pivotal moments between the YouTubers and the Game Master escape room house. For example, when Chad, V, Rebecca, Matt, Steven, and Grace were at the escape room house, they spied on a PZ member and the Game Master exchanging safes. However, as you may recall, shortly after this exchange, the YouTubers found both costumes and safes discarded in the woods. I believe that SLH, otherwise known as PZ4, dressed up as the Game Master to deliver a message to the PZ hacker. She was pretending to exchange information with Project Zorgo under the guise of the Game Master. That's why, when Chad dressed up like a PZ hacker and the real Game Master showed up, he said he was looking for the safe. But if he was part of the exchange the YouTuber spied earlier, how could he have lost the safe so easily? Do you really think he would have dropped it, and his entire costume, just running away from the YouTubers? I don't think so. That's why I believe that someone else was pretending to be him. It's also possible that the PZ hacker in the exchange was also an imposter, and that's why a real Project Zorgo hacker was arriving when Chad and Steven got found out in the garage. Also, if you recall, Rebecca Zamolo and Steven Scherer later opened up the safe that supposedly was meant for Project Zorgo from the Game Master. The note was signed by SLH and just said, "You need to get out." I believe that this was PZ4 giving a warning to what she thought was a Project Zorgo hacker, warning him or her to get out of the escape room house because it was a trap. I don't think this note was meant for the YouTubers. If you remember, the Game Master admitted that the escape room house was a trap for Project Zorgo, so I think it makes sense that if PZ4 was brainwashed to become SLH, she'd want to warn Project Zorgo in any way she could. Also, if you saw the Game Master's most recent video, you know he plans to do a face reveal of SLH. I believe that what he actually reveals will be a Project Zorgo mask, proving that he is one of our most powerful members and that he will likely ask for a reward for her return. Be wary, Project Zorgo fandom members. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Santa's little helper, and I've received so much evidence that it's difficult to sort it out. But what do you think? Do you believe that SLH may actually be PZ4, and that she was just brainwashed to betray us? Or do you think SLH is an entirely different hacker spy, with a whole other story that we don't even know about? I've begun to receive pieces of evidence that point to SLH's role in the upcoming doomsday, but I'll have to investigate that further, and we'll present these findings to you next time. As always, check my evidence file and let me know if you find any clues I may have missed. Be sure to like and subscribe so you too can join our cause, and keep a loop on all things Project Zorgo. Stay vigilant, Project Zorgo fans. Keep watching.